Well, it's that time when we bring you our Sunday specials. Half of the world's population is said to be involved in fishing and aquaculture, and in many respects, some are women. However, the gender gap in leadership positions and such vocation is still very prominent, as women suffer more than men from the effects of unsustainable fishing. But women still constitute a higher proportion of workers in subsistence, aquaculture, artisanal and industrial processing. In this feature report, TVC News' Sharon Ejason visited Badagry and Ekpe local government areas in Lagos, that's Nigeria, to tell the story of women involved in fishing business. Her report.
Handling, processing and marketing of fish products are essentially complementary functions of all food production chains. In many developing countries, women traditionally play a major role in these activities and dominate the markets either as buyers or sellers of food. For most women, marketing is a secondary activity which provides the only source of income. In my quest to find out about women who contribute their own quota to the economy, I embarked on the journey to Badagry and Ekpe, two fishing communities in Lagos, Nigeria. From the point of no return to the popular Okun River, where women buy fish from fishermen, it took about 15 minutes on boat to get to dry land in this fishing community of Badagry. It took another 5 minutes of bumpy ride on dry land via a motorcycle to get to the shore. At the waterside, I met Abosede Durojaye, a middle-aged woman who claims she has been in the business of selling fish for 20 years. According to her, the men in the community fish, while the women buy and sell.
Fish business is a family business. The job can be very challenging because we don't have the facilities to preserve. Thus, we have to smoke the fish so that we don't lose our money invested in the business. I learned the trade for several months. You have to be very hardworking to do this business.
She and other women in Badagry speak on the cost implication of doing the business.
Fish business is a lucrative business. At times, we make profits. Other days, we lose money. It is very stressful. At the moment, a bucket of crayfish costs 7,000 naira. After sales, we make between 1,000 naira and 2,000 naira.
We used to buy fish for 6,000. Now we are buying it 9,000. How could we make it? If the government help them, maybe they return the fuel back to 100 naira. So we can buy the fish maybe 5,000, 4,000. So we can see some gain. Because fish is very, very expensive. That we even sometimes if we sell it, we remove firewood money, with of our hala, we can't even see anything.
Despite having a coastline of about 853 kilometers bordering the Atlantic Ocean, as well as fresh and mangrove swamps, creeks, coastal rivers, as well as near and offshore waters, it is ironic that Nigeria still depends on fish importation to meet its fish demand. 8 out of the 36 Nigerian states, with 25% of Nigeria's total population, share the Atlantic Ocean coastline. Yet national supply cannot meet national demand. According to the 2016 Nigeria Fisheries Statistics Report, the country's annual fish demand is estimated at 3.32 million metric tons, an unsurprisingly high number considering a teeming population of about 186 million people. But domestic production stands at only about 1.1 million metric tons annually. This leaves a deficit of 2.2 million metric tons, which is largely supplied through fish importation. According to research conducted by the Nigerian Institute for Oceanography and Marine Research, the country's bill on fish importation stands at about $1 billion annually. Titus Ola, a fisherman in Badagry, said there is a lot the government can do to ensure the fishing potential of the community is fully maximized.
When we get enough fish, we know there's no way to preserve it. So we need the government to assist us so that we can be able to promote the job.
Badagry is a town with rich cultural heritage, prominent for its thriving fish market. The issue of epileptic power supply and underdevelopment in the community remains one big issue preventing the residents of this community from contributing to the economic growth of the country. In Ekpe local government area of Lagos, I visited the Olowu market, popular for selling of different types of fish. There, I met different women in the fish business. Their main concern is to secure a steady living all year round for their families. During an interview with TVC News, they shared their daily experience in the fish business. For several decades, they have battled many challenges like poor infrastructure and lack of loan facilities to invest in the business. They want government to intervene.
I've been in the fish business for more than 4 decades. The market is not conducive during the rainy season. The road is always bad. It's because we're in the dry season, that's why you can have access to this place. The cold room the government provided for us is yet to be commissioned. We want government to help us repair the cold room.
It used to be a very busy market, but activities right now is very slow because of lack of funds. Government should please collaborate with us. The equipment we use to go and fish is very expensive.
Reacting to this, the permanent secretary of the Lagos State Ministry of Agriculture said government will re-strategize on how women in the fish business can be encouraged.
We have taken the fish business so serious that a lot of our women now depend on it for their survival and even for the sustenance of their family. What we have done as a government is to encourage them in the area of processing and preservation. And that they do from cold room up to smoking cleans.
Jumoke Kolawole, an indigene of Ekpe, told me the cost of different types of fish available at the Oluwo market. She said the least fish in the market cost 7,000 naira, which is about $20 US.
Fish business is big business and can be expensive because we don't have enough money. Some fish cost 50,000 naira and we can't display only one fish for customers to buy.
People from various parts of Lagos visit the market to patronize the fish sellers.
I buy fish oftentimes here. It's cheaper than what you will buy from retailers. I love eating fish because it's healthy.
Millions of people globally, especially the world's poorest, rely on healthy ocean for jobs and food, underscoring the urgent need for sustainable protection of these natural resources. According to the World Bank, oceans contribute about $1.5 trillion in value added to the global economy. It is estimated that around 60 million people are employed in fisheries and aquaculture, with the majority working in small-scale operations in developing countries as at September 2018. For Abosede Durojaye and other women in fish business, fisheries and aquaculture play major roles in employment generation and poverty eradication. Hence, government's investment and support to small-scale fisheries will attract foreign exchange earnings and food security for Nigeria. Sharon Ijatson, TVC News, Lagos.